Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Detroit is brought to you by Xfinity. Call 1-800-XFINITY today for a great offer. Ram Trucks, hurry in for a great deal on a Ram truck at the Ram Big Finish event. And by Meijer. Shop Meijer and save on everything for your holiday, from meals and parties to gifts and decor.
Big hit there by Abdelkader, knocking down Johnny Boychuk. Datsuk around Chara, back to Zetterberg, scores! Whoa, what a play that was! Alfredson, Cleary, scores! Daniel Cleary off a great feed from Daniel Alfredson. Jonas Gustafsson got the late start for the injured Jimmy Howard, and he picks up the victory.
It's as much a holiday as the holiday in this town. Thanksgiving Eve and a hockey game in Hockey Town, the third meeting of the year between the Wings and the Bruins. Ken and Mick just talked about the Jonathan Ericsson deal. He will forever be known as the last pick in the 2002 draft, the 291st pick overall. And usually in that realm, you find future hockey coaches or future car salesman. But Jonathan Ericsson kept working and working, and helped by the old axiom that you can't teach size, fashioned himself into a top-tier defenseman. He'll now be paid like one, earlier today signing a 6-year contract extension.
For me to get this done right now, it means a lot too, because on the security, to be able to stay here and don't have to worry about anything in the summer, to if I'm going to stay or if I have to go somewhere else. So that's a really good feeling coming off of this day.
Big E and the Wings going up against the Bees at the Joe. Ken Daniels, Mickey Redmond.
Thank you, John. Hello again, everybody, as we give thanks for all we have. Third of 4 meetings with Boston, each team with a win in Boston's building. The Bruins in here again in early April. Our goalies are brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Tuukka Rask, who is quick and perhaps the best goaltender in the NHL this season, second in save percentage, third in goals against. Boston, the best defensive team in the NHL with a stingy 1.81 goals against. Jonas Gustafsson, who makes a second consecutive start and second straight start facing the Boston Bruins after making 28 saves in a win there October 14th. Dan O'Halloran, number 13, Frederic Lacouille, number 17, 2 great original 6 sweaters on the ice. The red and white of the Red Wings and the black and gold trim of the Boston Bruins, as Abdelkader's got it at center. He'll shoot one in. That's knocked down. Abdelkader played a season-high 19 and a half minutes against the Buffalo Sabres in the last outing. Out there along with Daniel Alfredson, who had a strong gain, an empty net goal, and an assist, and Darren Helm in the middle. Held in at the line by Quincy. Up back into the corner. Back there to get it is Bartkowski. Threw one into the middle. Ahead for number 21, Louis Eriksson. Back behind the goal. Good stick check there by Alfredson. Zetterberg off the bench. Got one back to the line, and a shot is tipped. And just off the outside of the net on a quick play to the goal. That's center for Bergeron. He'll wire it in. Kronwall back to get it on defense with the newly signed Jonathan Ericsson for another 6 years. Here comes Zetterberg through the middle. Around Krejci. Feeds Nyquist for Franzen, and a shot and a save by Tuukka Rask.
Well, a pretty good start to this hockey game. Detroit has really struggled, as you know, on home ice. And the Boston Bruins hope. There's Doug Huda, former Red Wing, behind the bench. Assistant coach to Claude Julien. But the Bruins hope they can take advantage of that. They're a pretty solid hockey club. They say they haven't been really spectacular. They've got another gear to go to yet, but pretty good gear. 34 points leading the division. And really, the conference, really, with Pittsburgh second at 31. And Tampa Bay right there as well.
Bad giveaway there as it bounced off the boards and came right to Krejci, who just wired it high as the Red Wings catch a break after a bad break. Kronwall will set up. Goal in 3 points the past 3 games for the Red Wing defenseman, who carries ahead. For Tatar, who gets stood up by Riley Smith, number 18 for Boston. Eriksson with a stretch pass tipped in by Drew Miller. Miller out there with Tatar and Anderson. The third line for the Red Wings as it bounces down to the Detroit blue line and tap back there for Kindle. Kindle with a stretch pass that missed Miller. And as a result, it will be icing with 2:01 gone to open this game.
Well, as you mentioned, Ken, a couple of original 6 teams, and it's always cool to have these logos matched up against each other.
Can you believe they last met for the Stanley Cup in 1943? And that, again, that was the so-called beginning of the original 6 in the National Hockey League. Point shot gets blocked. The modern era of the NHL began in the 43-44 season when the red line was introduced at center ice. Long time ago.
Well, the Bruins had the big run originally in the early 70s with Esposito and Bobby Orr and crew and Cashman and the gang. And Jerry Cheevers, a couple of cups there, and of course they've won since then. But
well, the 2011 Cup ended a 39-year drought when they got that for Claude Julien and went to the Cup final last June. Lost in 6 to Chicago when they were 4th in the Eastern Conference. But remember, Game 7 against Toronto, when they came back and won it in overtime.
They were down 4-1.
Yeah, down by 3 in the third. The first time in history that's been done in a Game 7 to come back and win it in the third period.
I remember watching that live and thinking, this can't be happening. I mean, it's unbelievable. They got that second goal, and then the third one, it's like, oh boy, and the poor Leafs were on their heels. And
I think there were 6 million people in the greater Toronto area who felt just like you did. This can't be happening.
That's hockey.
Yeah. Back to Brendan Smith. Shot knocked down. Louis Eriksson's got it. Acquired in the Tyler Seguin deal along with Riley Smith, which has turned out to be a good deal for both teams, although Tyler Seguin has been on a roll with Dallas. He's been terrific, but they, in getting Louis Eriksson, Mick, Boston feels they can win it again now. Tyler Seguin's going to be great for many years, but they wanted to add some pieces now.
Well, this guy's got some institutional memory that he brings from Dallas. He's very good. He's good in shootouts. Good, solid hockey player. Plays both ends of the ice. And he's got a nice touch around the net.
In front for Zetterberg. Pretty good touch himself. Out there along with Nyquist and Franzen. Brad Marchand plays one over to the near boards. Getting over there to get it is former Spartan Torrey Krug from Livonia, who played a lot of games in this building over his collegiate career, and he's been quite the story, the rookie. In the playoffs last year and again this year for the Boston Bruins.
How about 7 goals? I mean, who would have ever thought? And he, if it hadn't been for that botched up trade, he might not even be in the NHL.
That's correct.
It's unbelievable.
That's correct.
I mean, and while you're showing Krug in the playoffs last year, let's tell the folks, Ken, what happened there. That was a Ginla deal, and they thought they had a deal made. They sat out the defenseman, I forget, Bartkowski, yeah. They sat him out because he was going to be traded, and then the deal got nixed by a Ginla, and in went, before that happened, Krug went in for Bartkowski, and he hasn't come out since.
That's right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Good for him. He's a nice young kid with a great smile, and he's taken full advantage of a high stick called here on the puck. Full advantage of a playing time, and he's a happy guy to be in the NHL. I'll tell you now, probably one of the smaller guys in the game.
Well, he had 2 goals in his first 2 playoff games, scored 4 in his first 5. First time a rookie defenseman had ever done that in NHL history, and he only played 1 regular season game last season. And already this year tied for the, not just rookies, tied for the league lead in defense goals with 7 and second in rookie points with 15, although leading all rookie defensemen. So quite the story for a guy who's what, generously 5'8", 5'9", as Trevor was talking about in Red Wings Live.
Well, he's you know, he always had a nose for offense even when he was in the CCHA, and that's really paying dividends for him. If he cleans up his own end, he could be around a long time and a pretty healthy future.
And I think last check, Tom and Astos and the Spartans would love to have a Torrey Krug back there manning their power play at Michigan State. So would a lot of collegiate teams. They wouldn't mind a Danny DeKeyser either. And I think if DeKeyser stayed healthy, those two could have been running for the Calder this year. Doesn't get out of the zone as Kelly kept it in. It's a chance for Smith. And Gustafson will hold on to that. There's Riley Smith. Played his collegiate hockey at Miami, Ohio.
Well, these guys get to salivate, even a youngster, when they get an opportunity. This kid scored a lot of goals in Miami, 25, 30 a year, and here's the play that's in the feet. Guys are looking, bodies are coming at you. Turnover and a pretty darn good scoring chance right there. You can't cough that puck up like that and hope that it always stays out of your net. And It's been a bugaboo for the Red Wings the last few weeks. Too many turnovers, especially in the defensive zone.
Last shot behind the goal for Kindle. Good play ahead here for Tatar. He gets taken to the boards by Kelly. The dependable defensive center. Played by Rask. And that's tipped back. Last shot gets bumped. Kindle's got it and moved ahead. A race for that puck as Dougie Hamilton got there first, behind for Chara. Didn't make it to him. Hamilton will retreat and pick it up this side for Smith. Riley Smith back for the captain, Zdeno Chara. Kronwall cut off his man, bumped into Daniel Paille. As the Red Wings, Eriksson recovers away from Campbell. Off Samuelson's stick. Kronwall gets it ahead for Stephen Weiss. Weiss on a fourth line at center between Cleary and Samuelson. Hamilton put it around in behind the goal. That's Matt Bartkowski. Doesn't get out. And a save made by Tuukka Rask.
Well, here you have the 700-point guys. And it's a Toyota scouting report. Look at the guy in the middle. Way to go, Gordy boy. And our Euro twins on the right side. And Fedorov, who will be back for the Classic at Comerica Park, and of course Mr. Yzerman. But Zetterberg was the quickest to get there. And he got that point the other night in Buffalo.
That went off the skate of Helm from Patrice Bergeron. Boy, you don't have Pavel Datsyuk in the lineup tonight. Bergeron, year after year, a Selke Trophy finalist, second in Selke voting for best defensive forward last year when Pavel Datsyuk was third. He won it in 2012, did Bergeron. Bartkowski played it ahead. Brendan Smith took his man out. Quincy back to get it, and Brendan Smith's going to get an interference penalty.
Easy call in this game today. Boston Bruins go to the first power play of this hockey game. There's no score so far. We'll be back. First power play of the game goes to the Boston Bruins. Brendan Smith is no stranger to the penalty box. He reaches for the puck here. And pretty simple looking little play. But you can't even get in the guy's road anymore in this game. When he's driving and keeping his feet moving, that's the key there. So,
while the Boston Bruins go to a power play, only the Bruins in Colorado spend less time with the man advantage than Detroit. But they've got a chance with which to work here. 2 for 9 in the first 2 games against the Red Wings this season is Boston on the power play. Boston won the first meeting in Boston. Detroit won the second. So the Bruins 2 for 9 against Detroit this year. Did not score on a 5-on-3 opportunity against the Red Wings. They've got Iginla, who should really help their power play, and they've moved big Zdeno Chara down in front of Gustis. That's where he'll be hanging out. He won't be handling the puck back at the line, not with the addition of Torrey Krug. Shot in, went wide from Iginla.
I thought I saw Chara going down the Detroit River a little bit ago.
Here goes Helm with that great speed alone. Oh, and it just sort of fluttered on him. And applicated through the body, but he came out of the chute.
Didn't he?
Wow.
That was so much fun. Look at this crowd. Listen to them. They're still buzzing.
This game is all about speed in the NHL today, and who's got the best of it offside is Lucic and ahead of Krejci.
Yeah, they're putting the big freighter right in front of the net for Chara, and here comes Helm. Look at him go. Speedy Gonzalez, you betcha. Beep, beep. Got a rolling puck. Too bad. Yeah, she bobbled it off the top of the blade and just missed the far corner.
Didn't he score a beautiful goal in Buffalo? It was almost Datsyuk-like fashion with a spin-a-rama backhand.
Yeah, and it was a timely goal, too, because that game was struggling to get anything done, and Buffalo was leading at 1-0, and that, not long after they got their goal, let them get back to even ground.
Power play continuing, and just out of the reach of Riley Smith. Back to get it is Dougie Hamilton. 9th overall pick in 2011, now brought ahead to center. That's tipped in. Kronwall will be first. Reversed it for Eriksson, and just like that, down the ice with a half minute to go on the Brendan Smith penalty. Hamilton with a long stretch pass. Brought in there by Soderberg. Back to the line for Hamilton. Dougie Hamilton at the right point. Smith with a shot that was blocked. Had Eriksson and Bergeron with him, and Soderberg, a diving play at the line. Franzen whacked at it, penalty over. Smith out of the box and went over Soderberg's stick. Boston without a shot on that power play. Red Wings with the best chance, but puck was rolling on Helm as Zetterberg gets one over to Smith. Firing one that Rask will gobble up and hold on to.
When you mentioned Darren Helm and the big goal in Buffalo, take a look. Here it is. It tied the game a few minutes after Buffalo had taken the lead. Well, this is a setup right here that Helm missed in a bad pass, really, on a break. And this is just a look at what Darren Helm did the other night in Buffalo. But there's the goal, the spinorama. And that had some zip on it, too.
Samuelsson out of the crowd, and another save as Tuukka Rask, who has great rebound control and gives up very few of them. Held on to that, a great skating goaltender, terrific footwork. Tuukka Rask, and boy, is that team for Finland and Sochi Russia ever going to be pretty good with Rask leading the way and Kari Lehtinen.
He's got to find ways to score some goals and they'll be in great shape.
Yeah, I would think so.
The Finns have come a million miles, haven't they, over the last 20 years as far as international competition? They used to be a weak sister to everybody. But boy, with Solani, when he started in this league 20-some years ago, 76 goals the first year. And boy, people like that coming into the game and this kind of goaltending, they're to be reckoned with.
Boychuk. Had it bounced for Marchand. Cleary to the line and back out to center it went. And sent back in by Johnny Boychuk. In Boston's run to the Stanley Cup final had 6 playoff goals last postseason.
Their defense was on, but with Krug, we were talking about him too. They were unbelievable in that playoff.
Yeah.
Scored a ton of goals.
Kronwall will wait for his team to complete a change. Up the middle for Franzen. Off the Nyquist feed. Oh, and Franzen got a stick up on Chara or an elbow. There's going to be a penalty here to Detroit. Now they're going to go see if Chara is cut.
Yeah, well, he got hit, and his stick flew up in the air. Accidental, but nonetheless, it's careless use of the stick, and that's the way the rule reads. Has he got 2 or 4? Yeah, up under the chin. Well, the fans here don't like it. They're saying 2 at this point.
Yep.
He reached around, actually, and popped him in the chin. Off balance.
No visual evidence of an injury, although sure it hurt. So Chara, the big guy who's nearly 7 feet on skates.
It's a long reach for Franzen, and he's 6'3".
Yeah. 36 years old is Zdeno Chara, the 8th season as Boston captain. Here's David Krejci, threw one back to the line and a shot. And a save made off a Krug try. Iginla whacking away at it.
I think it'd be a wise idea, Ken, excuse me, to keep your eye on number 47. They're feeding this kid. Yeah.
He's at the left point. He's got it now. Chara in front. Krejci back to Krug. Chara in back of the net. Poked at there by Kronwall, who managed to get his body in front of Chara to prevent a return on the reach of the puck. Goes back to Torrey Krug again. For David Krejci. Down low it goes. Back to Krug and a shot and a save. Gustafsson. Rebound. He stopped that one too as Chara took a whack at it. Then Iginla. Kicked it ahead. Back to Lucic. Now to David Krejci. Back for Jerome Iginla. He missed it. Red Wings try to get it out. They can't. Krug's got it at the left point. Back here to Krejci. Backhanded in down low. Top of the circle to the middle for Iginla. Back here to Krug. Pass to Chara and a shot and a save by Gustafsson. So the Bruins buzzing here with the man advantage. 50 seconds left in the Franzen penalty. Krug able to keep it in at the line. Puck to the far corner there for Eriksson. Faked a hard around. It came back to the point. Krug held in. Here's Chara with that long reach. Chara feeds one back to the point to Krug. Here's Chara with a one-timer blocked by Kronwall. Anderson getting to the puck. Oh, and Krug couldn't keep it in. Anderson just got it past him. Both teams in the midst of change. That was tiring no matter what side you're on down there. Krug will head to the bench as Hamilton brings it across center. One of 2 picks Boston got in the Phil Kessel deal from Toronto was Dougie Hamilton. The other turned into Tyler Seguin. They jam in behind, and out of the box is Franzen. And he's got the puck now, and he's got some help with him. And Abdelkader and Helm. It's a 3-on-2. Franzen with a great move and a goal! They score!
What do we got?
Abdelkader!
Wow. Franzen's looking for a penalty all the way, and everybody's paying attention to that. And the arm went up in the air. The Bruins wanted to make a change. It was Hamilton trying to go off, and he rushed back on. There was the chop on the stick. The puck came right to Abdelkader. Eriksson couldn't cover him, and it's 1-0 Detroit. Broken play. Look at this thing go across there. It's like he meant to pass it there. And by the time tomorrow comes, he will. I meant to do that. It was an attempted shot. That his stick got chopped and the puck just floated over to Abdelkader to the right of Rask, and it ended up in the back of the net. And this guy's been good the last week and a half. Playing with Helmer.
Franzen getting the helper on Abdelkader's third at 11:49. That 19.5 minutes he played against Buffalo, the second highest of his career, just by about 10 seconds or so.
The old Edmonton Oilers played right out of the penalty box. They scored more goals like that in the 80s than anybody.
Zetterberg gets it into Franzen again to Nyquist and a shot. And Rask will hold on to that. 7:41 to go. First period, 1-0 Detroit.
7:41 to go here, and we're turning the clock back. 1960, Gordie Howe. The first guy to score 1,000 points in this game. That was Glenn Hall, Terry Sawchuk, Johnny Bauer. Holy mackerel. Normie Ullman there next to him. Way to go, Gordie. What a great hockey player and a great man, a part of a great organization, the Detroit Red Wings. And Mr. Hockey, as they call him, did it all. Brought to you by Hanson's. 1-800 Hanson's, that is.
Kindle a lead pass in for Cleary. Cleary forced to the boards by Bartkowski. Now with Boychuk. As the Bruins defense has changed up their pairings here as it's brought in by Smith and a shot and a save by Gustus.
They got away with a pinch, an untimely pinch. Kindle's walking it off right now. He's the guy that made the decision to pinch in, and boom, they chipped it by him. Next thing you know, you got a 3-on-2, and they chose to shoot, not to pass. Here's Kindle down low. Boom, puck gets chipped by him, and then look out, the track meets on. And you're 3-on-2, and you got a forward back as well. That was a major mismatch, and they decided to shoot, and Gustafsson shut her down.
Now, if Kindle's pinching, he's assuming that Weiss or someone will pick up that spot for him there.
Yeah, but he's also making a decision, can I get there? When you pinch like that, you got to feel pretty good that you're going to get there first. And if it's even close, a lot of times, you got to back out of there because, especially if you look around and you got an interference call to somebody or what, you'll have to wait and see. A lot of arms being flailed out there.
Well, Boston,
both of them.
Boston had the puck at the time when the whistle went, but Cleary's gone to the box.
I think they're both
going to be one each, yeah.
Now, this is going to be one of those embellishing calls. Jeez.
No, there's a trip and an interference, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Soderberg got
Really?
interference.
Wow.
And Cleary got tripping.
Okay.
So what it means is a little more room out there at Forest side. Helm on the draw against Bergeron.
I don't like the interference call, but the Red Wings will take it. Holy jumper.
Cronwall stepped into Bergeron, who looked back saying, I didn't have the puck.
Isn't that interference?
Maybe.
Oh, gosh. Oh, well.
Daniel Alfredsson. Certainly can't look past this game, nor Friday on the island. He's got to go into Ottawa on Sunday afternoon on Fox Sports Detroit Plus. 4:30, that'll be quite the game. Helm skates it ahead. And Alfredsson was nearly a Boston Bruin. It was either Detroit or Boston for whom Alfredsson wanted to go, and he chose Detroit. Helm with it. Maybe a phone call from Henrik Zetterberg didn't hurt.
Right.
Back in the slot, and Kronwall just wide. David Krejci's got it. He led the NHL in playoff points last season. Second time the past 3 playoffs for number 46 in white. Terrific centerman. Franzen back for Kindle behind him, but he'll make sure to get it into the Boston zone. There's Krug. Had it bounce up on him. Position taken away by Franzen. Then Zetterberg gave chase. Pushed ahead for Lucic. Their leading scorer, 9 goals and 18 points. And to think Lucic only had 7 goals all of last season. It's a healthy scratch at times, but he's got 9 already this year. But of late, his production slowed. Franzen. Puck goes to the corner. Krug with it. And it went off a Bruin stick right to Brendan Smith. Played it back to Zetterberg. Looks back for Smith. He's got it right in the goal. Penalty coming here to Boston.
Smitty knows it too, and he's a little pump of the fist. Just, take that, brother. And they'll go to the power play with a 1-0 lead. You're watching Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Detroit, presented by Bell Tire.
All right, it's a 4-on-3 power play here for the Red Wings. With Tatar being waved out, so Nyquist comes in, Samuelsson in behind. Face-off win there for Boston, but Chara coughed it up back to Nyquist and over Kindle.
See that coming, couldn't you? It's like a short hop to a second baseman. Boy, oh boy.
So now it becomes 5-on-4 Bell Tire power play for Detroit. Their first of this game, or technically second now.
Which means it's time for a Red Wings power play.
Kindle dropped one back. One of the games against Boston already this year, Detroit didn't have a power play. So in the 2 games this season, they're 0 for 2. In the 3-2 win over Boston in Boston, the Red Wings no Bell Tire power play chances.
And by the look of this one, they don't have one here either.
Yeah.
It's not very good. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Now 50 seconds gone by and they'd hardly got in the zone. Your turn to Black Friday. Red and white get tickets to all Wings home games with no transaction fees this Friday at 8 a.m. through Monday at midnight. Call 313-471-7575 or go to DetroitRedWings.com. Some restrictions apply while supplies last.
Kronwall will lead the attack to center. Back for Zetterberg. Kronwall over here for Alfredsson. Back to Kronwall. Took the shot to the goal. There's a rebound there. It's loose. They're jamming away at it. 1st and 10.
No kidding. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. That puck was loose. Abdelkader was to the front of the net. Rask either made the save or it hit Abby in front, and it laid there. But the Bruins, to give them credit, they did a good job of mucking up the middle so that Zetterberg and Franzen, there's the puck laying right there, and the Bruin defenseman was Chara with a big reach that kept it out of there. Kronwall just decided to go for the front of the net, and Abdelkader got dumped right over the top of Tuukka Rask, who just laid on his back.
Zetterberg, Franzen, Abdelkader, Alfredsson, and Kronwall. Zetterberg with it. Across to Alfredsson, and saved by Rask on a quick one-timer.
It's a very unlikely bang-bang play, for sure.
His second game back after missing 5 with the groin injury. Played 17 minutes and scored that empty net goal in Buffalo. Henrik Zetterberg in that game picked up his 700th career point. Zetterberg had a goal in both of the games in Boston against the Bruins this season. He had 6 shots on goal in the 3-2 victory against the Bruins. That puck to the corner. Bergeron was there first. And Alfredsson had gone in deep and the puck rimmed around and all the way back into the Red Wings zone. Kronwall back for Franzen. He missed it. flipper down to Rask, who will just hold on, and with 2 seconds left in the Johnny Boychuk penalty, be a face-off in Bruin territory.
Well, the Red Wings for the first 50 seconds could hardly get over the blue line. Then they got a couple of opportunities, got it settled down. You get Alfredson out there with a right-hand shot. And Nick Babcock maybe saying, "What? We got to get this thing settled down here and be better." The PK, the penalty killing, has been very, very good all year. Power play's gone in spurts. They got 16 goals. The Bruins have only scored 12 on theirs, even though they've had 24. Not that many opportunities. Their percentage is pretty good at 20%, but I'm looking at the number of goals you scored against the games you've played in. That's the key for me.
Well, Boston had the fewest power play goals in the National Hockey League in the shortened season last year as Gustafsson hangs on. Boston only scored 18 all of last season in 48 games. And
there's that goal you're referring to, one of the two, Ken, that Zetterberg scored in Boston the other night, about a month ago, and there was the steal by Datsyuk. And watch the angle at which Zetterberg scores this goal. A beautiful play by Datsyuk, almost impossible, in behind and off the goal post, and there goes the magician right there, boy. Bang! You hear the clank of the goal post, and a beautiful goal by the Euro Twins right there.
And Pavel Datsyuk skated a bit today, but still a little ways away.
Yeah.
And not really sure how long.
But I talked to him before the game tonight, and he said he's feeling good, and he wanted everybody to know thanks for their support. And he's down watching the game in the dressing room tonight, and riding the bike and trying to, these concussion-type syndrome stuff. You never know whether it's just you get lightheaded from doing bike work or not. And there's the 3 guys that are out tonight. But Pavel is trying to push it, as you do, to the next level and see how you feel. So he wants to get back as quickly as he can. There isn't any question about that. He doesn't like having to watch his teammates.
We like watching Pavel.
That's what I told him. I said, Pav, no pressure to come back, but geez, you're spoiling my fun watching.
Puck just bounced over top of the goal, and everybody's still puzzled that there was no look out as Cronwall stepped up on a Gimlet, that there was no suspension for the elbow. Jared Cowan onto Pavel Datsyuk. Puzzling, and that's from a lot of folks up here before the game in press row just saying the same thing. Can you believe it? Well, I guess the league thought otherwise. It's brought in here by Lucic. Lucic played the hit and not the puck.
That's what he likes to do, boy. You got to have your head up with that guy. He's a big, tough guy, and you got to watch him.
Weiss off his skate, regains control. Samuelsson on the fly. Weiss has passed it again. Came back to him. Now dropped to Cleary. That's blocked. Getting in front of it was Boychuk. Samuelsson out of the corner, back to the line, and a tough pass for Brendan Smith to him. Gives it back to Quincy. Under 2 to play in period 1. Shots are 11-6 Detroit. They lead 1-0 on Abdelkader's third from Franzen at 11:49. Jordan Perron. First game in 5. Played it into the middle. Sean Thornton, a healthy scratch for Boston with Perron in for him. He went to the front of the net as Paille put it back to the line. Perron back of the net. Tried to center one, went off a leg. Daniel Paille there to get it to the point to Bartkowski. Just slithered wide of the goal. Abdelkader.
He saw it coming.
Paille in front, tipped by Gregory Campbell, and a good save by Jonas Gustafsson.
It's a really good save on a redirection in close like that, boy. You don't have time to react too far on it, but he had the glove in the right position to make the save. I know our goalies will talk about stuff like that. You got to be in good position to get that puck. If you're not, it's probably in the back of the net. Nicely done. Look at that. Didn't even move like a pitcher thrown into a catcher's glove. Right there. That's a nice stop by Gustafsson with a minute to go.
And that's Colin Campbell's son, Gregory. Colin, the executive vice president, director of hockey operations, and a former Red Wing.
He's been an important part of this hockey club throughout the playoffs too, and their Stanley Cup run, and that Paille line is a huge line for them.
Point shot kicked at, came right back. Bergeron just wide. Campbell missed a good portion of last year's Cup run with that broken leg, blocking the Evgeny Malkin shot in the Eastern Conference Final. And boy, the Bruins have to miss him.
Oh my gosh.
Here's Marchand. Look back in front for Bergeron, went over his stick. Bouncing puck both ways tonight. Zdeno Chara back in. He gets knocked down to the ice and injured on the play. was Franzen on that hit, I think. Maybe. Now he's just going to the bench. He was holding his head for a moment, got the stick there and figured I just better get back to the bench. That's where he's sitting down.
He might be lucky that he didn't get a penalty. Pulling Franzen down. They're going to try to kill the rest of his time if they can.
Dozen seconds to go in the period. Lead pass from Miller. Zetterberg in there against Bartkowski. Moving in is Tatar. As the first period is going to come to a close. Shots 11-7 Detroit, and they lead Boston 1-0. Coming up, our Ram Intermission Report. Jonathan Ericsson, the newly minted Red Wing, will guest with John Keating.
Good stuff. Good kid. Good to have you around, Jonathan, for a long time. You think somebody that makes these hockey sticks can figure out a way that they can't turn to spaghetti. Get the sauce out. Look at this. Simple little pass. Boom. Like spaghetti.
And apparently your wish is on the horizon.
Really?
There apparently is a stick that apparently will not break.
Franzen got a major league elbow right in the schnoz by a guy that's 7 feet tall and doesn't give it up. He might have a broken nose. Guys, take it away.
If a Detroit player gets a hat trick in this game, bring a copy of the scoring summary to a participating Arby's location tomorrow and get a free small order of curly fries. You can find a copy of the scoring summary in your newspaper on the Red Wings page at foxsportsdetroit.com.
And we'll bring you our high-speed shot of the game. Brought to you by Charter Internet. And it'll be the Smith brothers. No cough drops involved here. Brendan with 1 shot. Riley with 2. And the Smith brothers were apparent with both of their clubs in the first period using their speed. There you have it. Brought to you by Charter. High-speed shots of the game.
And older brother Rory, the oldest of the 3 boys, is a huge lacrosse player. Riley's saying Rory's the one who always wanted to practice fighting. They got a heavy bag in the garage. He said Brendan used to go with him to the gym, taking boxing lessons. He said he was never really into that. Well, came in handy for Brendan, at least to some extent, the other night with Chris Neal of Ottawa. Well, Brendan, I think, was more concerned about putting out his shoulder again.
Yeah.
But Riley wasn't big into fighting. Former Dallas Stars, 69th overall pick in 09. And the Red Wings, his favorite team growing up. He won a CCHA title here at Joe Louis Arena with Miami, Ohio. Interesting enough, so Detroit was his favorite team. It wasn't Brendan's, but it was his.
Well, we'll take 1 out of 2.
Yeah.
But it is now. So they basically reversed the roles. It's Brendan's now, but it's not. It's not Riley's.
Exactly. Brendan has it, lost it to the slot. Ericsson had a shot blocked by Helm. Applicated. Got rubbed out of the plate. Quincy turns in his own zone. For Brendan Smith. Played back in by Smith. Fired around by Boychuk. Back to the line for Quincy. Alfredson searching for it. Boychuk able to knock one over for Brad Marchand, the Bruins' leading point getter a season ago. Marchand picks it up at the line. Went off the stick of Kronwall as Boston will get the first change going here in the period. Red Wings following suit. Kronwall's pass hit a stick and Zetterberg knocked it back to him.
I think Marchand would be the modern-day Kenny Lindsman. A real pest, pretty good hockey player.
Maybe a better scorer.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He does get under your skin, or he's capable of it, boy.
Well, fitting that he's wearing the B on his sweater then. Been spending some time there. Pass into Zetterberg. Bounce down. Side of the goal. Grabbed by Chara. Over Hamilton's stick. Iginla has to come back and get it. 11 30-goal seasons for Iginla.
Franzen's out there. That's a good sign. I don't know if he broke his nose with Chara's elbow or not, but good to see him back out there.
Centered for Nyquist. Past him and all the way to center. Ericsson will shoot it back in as the Red Wings will tag up and get a change going. Anderson moves in on the forecheck. It's flipped past him to Lucic. Going after it, Riley Smith. Last shot back for Kim. Tatar to Anderson. Got stepped into by Cruz.
That's almost a suicide pass by Tatar. Bad pass. Can't blame the guy receiving it.
Kindle got a piece of Kelly. Anderson moved it. Andrew Miller flipped it ahead. Back to get it is Carl Soderberg. Soderberg moved back onto the wing for Boston, normally a center. Soderberg pumped one over to Kelly, and the shot just wide of Gustafsson. Grabbed here by Tatar. Then he lost it, got checked.
This line's had a tough shift here.
Soderberg carries back in a good play. Went for Krug, but intercepted. Anderson across center will dump it in. Miller goes in on the forecheck against Krug. That pass missed everybody, but no icing as Gustafsson will scoop it around for Samuelsson. Bouncing puck at center. Brendan Smith off the boards. Going after it is Cleary. Wojciech. Played by Campbell, intercepted by Weiss. Wojciech got checked. Weiss played one back into the face-off circle and turning Matt Bartkowski. Jordan Caron just flipped it out to center ice. Grab here by Louis Eriksson. Paille went there against Smith, who will circle the goal for Samuelsson. To an open wing. Weiss couldn't get there. Back in comes Boston. Louis Eriksson toward the goal. It tipped off Samuelson's stick, and then Marchand was there, and Gustafsson able to block it. Torrey Krug at his own line. That pass missed Marchand.
Look at the puck bouncing. Holy jumping.
They're doing that all night. Eriksson got checked at the line, stayed with it though to an open wing, and Bergeron tried to backtrack. Helm able to get it ahead for Alfredsson.
You just can't stand up with a puck bouncing like that. You got to be thinking it's going to bounce over your sticks. You play it different.
Stolen by Louis Eriksson and then knocked away Brendan Smith. Here comes Applicator with some speed. Along with Helm, back to Alfredsson, blocked in front. Marchand back for Krug. Krug gets the return pass. Shot it from his own side of center, and it will be icing.
Well, Abdelkader's got the goal in this game tonight. The only one really using his feet, picking him up and laying him down. And the key here is Helm drives for the net, and a nice block by Krug, though. That was a one-time play. Right into the slot. And it was a good block by Torrey Krug. That baby could end up in the back of the net real quick.
He's going to receive some Team USA consideration for the Olympics.
Sure. A big ice surface, the way he can skate, you betcha.
As will the likes of Applicator, was invited to the orientation camp, as was Danny DeKeyser. And Jimmy Howard, we know that. We'll find out the USA team after the Winter Classic. The Big House on January 1. Good play by Nyquist coming back on Krejci. Nyquist stepped in front of Ginla. Eriksson over to Henrik Zetterberg. His pass for Nyquist, couldn't pick it up. So it'll be icing against Detroit. Just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, to look forward to Miller Time later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. Zetterberg on this draw with Chris Kelly. Broken stick, Zetterberg.
That was outside.
It delayed, yes, but Boston will tag up. Zetterberg will go to the bench. The Red Wings will get a change of their forward unit. Hamilton over here for Chara. For Soderberg from his own side of center, but it'll go right to Gustafsson. Making a second consecutive start. Gustafsson has a win from every game he started except one, losing in a shootout on the island. The Red Wings got a point. Here comes Tatar, stumbling, gets back up. Circles the goal, wrap around, scores!
boy. Talk about a water bug. That's the term they used on Slava Kozlov when he came from Russia. Watch this play at center ice. Right here. Oh boy. Kelly's going, whoa, he got nothing. Nothing but air. And a little down he goes, whoop, down and up, bingo. Up the other side, wrap. And underneath, Tuukka Rask. Huge goal for Tatar. Off the post, off the skate, and under the pad. That's a huge goal for the Red Wings to get a 2-0 lead halfway through the second period. Wow, what an individual effort that was.
We've seen again, we talked about it, more wraparound goals so far early this season. The size difference in the back of the net there, and Tatar used it to his full advantage. Tatar's not big by any stretch of the imagination, so a little extra room there came in handy as Weiss's shot will be stopped and held by Rask. Tatar scoring from Lashoff and Anderson at 6:05. Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Detroit, presented by Bell Tire.
Well, the Red Wings have a 2-0 lead, and here's why. Watch back in their own zone. Bang, they move the puck up. Oh, nothing there. Come across to this guy. He's going to loop back here. And watch the way this play gets set up. Right up the middle, onto the side. There's the quick move there. Now this is a new move. Hold it right here. Down he goes on both knees. This is a new offensive move for an NHL player. And Tatar, quick as a mouse. He's just stolen some cheese. And it's 2-0 because of it. I'm sure Tuukka Rask would like to have the goal back, but Red Wings have had him scored against them like that. They'll take one the other way.
Alfredsson over to help Quincy, who will flip one over this side for Smith. Back for Quincy. Alfredsson just let it go.
Ooh, look at this. There's a really good example of how good icing, eh? The guy's really close, and they gave it to the...
Yeah, they gave it to, again, the defending team because they were in position where they call it. It's not after the fact waiting to the goal line because Abdelkader
thought he
could have got their first puck.
He thought he could, but
they make the call right about here.
See, once Abby went to his right and curved in behind him, he wasn't going to get there first.
Oh, off the draw, and that hit the post. Hard shot going right off the post. Here comes Hellman. That one high over Tuukka Rask's left hand. Bartkowski. Abdelkader checking along with Helm. Eriksson, Bergeron, and Brad Marchand for Boston. Open Brendan Smith. That went way wide. He flexes the stick, wondering why. Behind the goal to Alfredsson.
It's got to be the stick.
Got to be. Like those Aaron T shots. Got to be the club.
It's the driver. Is it the drivee or the drivor?
Here's Lucic. Back into the middle, and a backhander just wide by Krejci. Hamilton punched it back to Krejci in a hand pass call.
Pretty good give and go right there with Krejci and Lucic. You can see why this line is effective. It's the goalpost. You lose a face-off, and boy, it went right over top of Gustafsson's head. He ducked. Did it hit something? It probably did. Hit somebody in front. And that was going in, and she hit the bottom of the bar right at the right angle and stayed out. You're living right, Gustafsson, when you have something like that happen.
Well, those 6 playoff goals I mentioned Boychuk had last spring, more than any of his previous NHL seasons. So if you're going to score them like that, you may as well do it when it matters the most.
I wonder why faceoffs are so important, eh?
Yeah.
Chara didn't like being pushed around by Eriksson.
Long stretch passes of duty. Zetterberg with Nyquist. Zetterberg got stopped by Chara. So the Red Wings will regroup. So the Iginla, Krejci, and Lucic line against the Zetterberg unit with Franzen and Nyquist. Franzen carries to the middle. Didn't shoot it. Now he does. Oh, had Rask moving to his right. Send it back to the left. Kronwall. Nyquist wide open.
Oh, my.
We missed a gaping 4x6. Sent it high and wide. That'll give him nightmares. Nyquist with a good spin back. Zetterberg scores! gloves. That'll help. He'll sleep better now.
What a shot by Zetterberg and some good work by Nyquist. He wasn't upset enough. You get the right angle. We're looking from our position here in the press box, right at the wide open net to the left of Tuukka Rask. And you're right, this net was totally wide open. No coverage on Zetterberg. That is a bullet wrist shot right to the top corner. Wow. Zetterberg loops in behind everybody. They take their eye off for a second. Iginla does, and it ends up in the back of the net. And look at this. Hold it right there, guys. Oh, my God. Look at this. The Nyquist. This is easy. You think so, eh? Oh, my God. Wow. But you know what? We've all done it. I remember doing it with about 5 seconds left in the game with the French connection line breaking down the ice at Olympia. They almost scored.
Penalty coming here to Adam McQuaid for interference. So the Red Wings are going to go to a power play.
Elbow. And Minekin was an open net. The goalie was out, pulled onto the bench. And I had a breakaway and tried to hit the top corner. Clutch 54
Boston, 2 minutes for elbow.
I'm wondering what's going on here. We're down 3-0. What's happening here, Coach?
So Adam McQuaid, who's playing his first in 10 games, he and Dennis Seidenberg have missed a lot of playing time. And McQuaid just returning tonight. Kevin Miller, a healthy scratch as McQuaid comes back and he gets caught on that. So the Red Wings go to a Bell Tire power play. The Zetterberg goal, his 11th and his 3rd in 3 games against Boston this season. He scored 1 in each. Nyquist and Kronwall assisting at 8:47.
He was looking at McQuaid was looking at the clock to see, like, the look on his face like I didn't do anything.
Well, to me, when I saw the play happen live, it looked like interference, but they called elbowing. So the Red Wings on a Bell Tire power play, up 3-0 over Boston, approaching the halfway point in the game. Shots are 13-8. So the Red Wings having allowed just 8 shots to the Boston Bruins. They may not be the highest scoring team in the league, although well-rounded. They are the best defensive team in the National Hockey League, and the Red Wings have scored 3. Here comes Zetterberg. Set up here on the power play. Red Wings 0 for 1 tonight. Zetterberg got it through to Franzen. Passed over, scores! Kronwall! 4-0 power play goal.
Well, there's nothing much Tuukka Rask can do about this, and I wonder if Julian's thinking about pulling him out of there. His team's not giving him much support at all. He did the best he could to get over. Got the blocker on it. What a play by Franzen between the feet of Louis Eriksson, right on the tape for Kronwall, and he makes no mistake. And the Bruins called the timeout. Holy mackerel. That is pinpoint passing, and Tuukka Rask is coming all the way over out of his net. I mean, the Red Wings have made the Bruins look very, very ordinary here in basically 30 minutes of hockey. Alfredsson back to Zetterberg. That was a key play right there. And then they left the back door open, and Kronwall snuck in there and finished it off. Holy smoke. Red Wings haven't led a game 4-0 all year, that's for sure.
3 goals in 3 minutes and 56 seconds.
Wow. This has been a long time coming if you're a Red Wings fan.
2 goals in 1 minute 14.
And especially at home. Boy, oh boy.
Yes, it's not often that you can get 4 on the Bruins. Tuukka Rask has allowed 1 goal or none 11 times this season and beaten for 4 here. Kronwall scoring from Franzen and Zetterberg. So Franzen with a goal and 2 assists tonight. Zetterberg with a goal and an assist.
And all this is in 30 minutes of play. Still got a half a game to play yet. Way too much time. Take anything for granted.
So the Red Wings up by 4 now. Boychuk. Had it intercepted behind the goal by Abdelkader. Jimmy Howard's thinking, could I have a night like this?
Yeah, right.
8 shots against me and build a 4-goal advantage.
Yeah.
That'll happen before long. Gustafsson shooting it around. But these are the Bruins who lead the Eastern Conference, so nothing should be taken for granted.
This could be an icing note. They wave it off.
Well, back together.
Gustafsson, in all fairness, earned the start.
Oh, yeah.
The win in Buffalo and the way he played in the early third period in Buffalo, that game could have gone to the Sabres.
And was in goal for the win in Boston.
Right. And he comes in here undefeated.
Lashoff. Kindle in back of the goal. Kindle got it back. Paille nearly intercepted. Head to center for Kindle. Chara for Iginla to Lucic. Saved by Gustafsson. Rebound. Kindle there. And off the glass in a race for it. Chara and Samuelson will retreat to the bench. Chara with a long stretch pass that went off Zetterberg's stick. Gustafsson around the kick plate to Kronwall.
Oh!
Crews skate the stick. 2 Bruins collide. Iginla and Lucic as Zetterberg carries in with Nyquist. Zetterberg to the goal. Franzen hustling over to get it. He looks inspired tonight. Nyquist has it. Circles there. Back to Kronwall. Fakes the shot. Down low to Franzen. Zetterberg circling. In for Nyquist. Knocked away. Chara got in front. Lucic checked at center. Back in for Zetterberg. Trailing Eriksson. Gives him the puck. The shot. Rebound. And Rask will reach out and hold on to that.
Well, the Red Wings off to a great start, Ken, and Thanksgiving tomorrow, and Lucic just ran over again. Well, Jerome Iginla's a big guy at 6'1", 210, but not as big as Milan Lucic, 6'3", 235. Watch this. Oh, boy. And plus, Lucic is 25 years old and Iginla's 36. That's a major league collision. The other color, he says. Boy.
Jerome Iginla, who signed 1 year, $6 million with Boston. He had 12 power play points last season with Calgary and Pittsburgh. That's more than any Bruin. So he should certainly help in that regard this year.
What a great career he's had.
Yeah.
And a real good spokesman for the game of hockey. Most of it in Calgary.
Tatar broke out of a long slump. His first goal in 11 tonight. Zetterberg's got his first goal in 8. But he's been racking up the points regardless. 5 assists the past 3 games for the Red Wing captain. Riley Smith had it knocked away by Lashoff. Matt Bartkowski. Gustafsson left it there for Kindle. Good move to escape. And Tatar failed to hang on to it. He came back for Miller. He gets it back. Miller across center. Out of the corner, Helm back to the line here to Smith. The Red Wings have found some more secondary scoring tonight with Tatar and Abdelkader. And Kronwall getting a goal. And keeping the Bruins at bay. Because Boston's scoring has been well-rounded. The last 17 goals from 12 different players as Chara shoots one and off a leg and wide. Chara's got it again with room. Another shot. Gustafsson save and out the other side. Eriksson with a chance. Louis Eriksson. He couldn't bury it. 14 different Boston Bruins have at least 3 goals. So their offense has come from all places as Marchand comes in. Great diving play by Smith.
That's an excellent play, and he got high stick in the mouth by Marchand, and that's a bad penalty for Marchand to take. That's the kind of player he is. No reason for it. Chara's into it. Look out. Here we go.
Trying to draw Smith.
Well, again, Smith trying to protect that. recently healed shoulder. He's not going to go too far. And this is where the Bruins getting a little bit ugly. They're down 4-0. They're a proud bunch. You know it. And this kind of stuff was going to come. Still 5:19 to go in the second. It's an excellent defensive play by Brendan Smith. Marchand, who likes to be a pest anyway, starts the trouble. He should be the only one to go to the box. There's a nice look at it. And we'll be back with a Red Wing power play, we think, in a moment.
There's the updated scoring leaders. Sidney Crosby has an assist tonight in the Pittsburgh game. Henrik Zetterberg with a couple of points was moved into second now in NHL scoring. The Red Wing captain. Goals in all 3 games against Boston this season. Kronwall, as the Red Wings on a bell tire power play, looking to add to their lead and put a 5 spot up against the Bruins, who've not allowed 5 this season. They've allowed 4 now 3 times. Kronwall to Alfredsson. Abdelkader in front. Franzen high slot. Zetterberg moves in down low. Alfredsson shoots it, went wide. Kronwall, good move to hold in, and a shot. Knocked down in front. Comes back to Kronwall again. Alfredsson, one-timer, and a save by Rask. Zetterberg for Franzen. Alfredsson again, a drive.
Shooting gallery.
Franzen back here to Kronwall. Alfredsson didn't one-time that one. Red Wings with 18 shots in this game. They scored 4. Kronwall looked for a redirect in front. Knocked down to the line. He held it in. Little flip pass back to Alfredsson to Kronwall. And off the heel of his stick as the Red Wings will get a change here. 45 to go in the power play. Brought in by Franzen. And then played one back and touched. And it'll be offside.
I don't think confidence has a lot to do with even veteran players. These guys look like they're feeding off what's going on tonight. A good-looking power play. Good as it's ever looked this year. No goal, but lots of opportunities. Holy smoke, a lot of one-timers by Alfredsson. Not easy one-timers either. Lots of zip on those passes.
Red Wings with 1 power play goal tonight. They're 1 for 2. So 3 even strength goals against a Bruins team that is plus 17 at even strength. Number 1 in the Eastern Conference. And the Red Wings have 3 against them tonight without Pavel Datsyuk. That says something. The Red Wings at even strength came into the game -7. So a big discrepancy there, but you wouldn't know it by the score thus far. Tatar tried to get over to Samuelsson. It was knocked down at the line. As the remaining seconds tick down on the Marchand penalty. Nyquist catches up to the puck to protect it from a hit. Bruins back at full strength as Kindle brings it in. Red Wings 1 for 3 on the power play. Krejci, an errant pass. Picked off here by Nyquist. To the line to Kindle. Eriksson at the left side. That went off of Bruin. Up high and off the glass. Helm checked by Krejci, stays with it. And Helm was finally checked. Quincy at center will shoot it right back in.
Detroit Ken has just been far, far too quick for the Boston Bruins tonight in all facets of the game. Offensive zone and defensive zone. Bruins with only 10 shots on goal.
Lucic, centered one, held by Gustafsson. Don't miss the action when the Wings battle the much improved Philadelphia Flyers. Wednesday, December 4th, the first 7,500 fans in attendance receive a Pavel Datsyuk bobblehead. We hope his head is feeling much better now.
He joked with me about that tonight.
313-471-7575 now. Ticket executives are standing by for Pavel Datsyuk bobblehead night against the Flyers.
Yeah, somebody brought that up in the dressing room tonight. He looked at me and he said, "Yeah, good time for a bobblehead, Mickey." And he looked at me and his head was bobbing around in reference to getting the elbow in the chops the other night. Well, his sense of humor hasn't gotten any worse, that's for sure. It's still there.
He won't be playing on the island on Friday, but perhaps in Ottawa Sunday afternoon.
You know he's missing what he's seeing out here tonight. Holy smoke.
And the way Ottawa's handled the Red Wings in a couple of games, they could Really use Pavel back on Sunday on what will be an emotional night for Daniel Alfredsson. We'll have it for you on Fox Sports Detroit Plus. 4:30 in the afternoon on Sunday from Canada's capital. Zetterberg skate the stick. In behind for Weiss. Stephen Weiss checked. Zetterberg a lift to the stick from Bergeron. Great two-way players. Bergeron ahead for Louis Eriksson. Into Detroit territory. Tatar got it to Miller. Back for Tatar. Anderson with a try and another one. Anderson back in front again. Kelly for Boston. Off Soderberg. Drew Miller trying to get a step on Boychuk. Couldn't do it. Chris Kelly. Over here to Carl Soderberg. Lashoff whacked at it. Tatar in to pick it up and had a stick lifted. Second effort got it to center to Anderson. Knocked out of the air before Miller could get there. And they say knocked down with a high stick.
There's your reference to this weekend. The Island on Friday. 3:30.
That's Red Wings Live.
Red Wings Live. And 5 o'clock in Ottawa. And home to Philly. At New Jersey, Florida, back-to-back a few days in between. The Tampa Bay Lightning and the Florida trip. And Tampa Bay has had a good first third of the season. 31 points, a point behind the Bruins. Make that 3 back of Boston. 31, Bruins have 34.
Boston top in the Eastern Conference have won their past 2 games in 4 of their last 5. They picked up another point in extra time in those 5, so 4-0-1 they've gone. Have won 8 of their past 10, but have quite a struggle tonight with the Red Wings.
Well, you take all those overtime losses Detroit had mainly at home. You take just half of them, 4 of them, and they go the other way. They're in first place, right where the Bruins are. So you can look at that glass half full or half empty, whatever way you want.
Only Boston has fewer regulation losses in the East than Detroit, who put up 3 more in the second. Fans love it.
Well, they sure do, and rightfully so. The Boston Bruins only have 10 shots on goal. They got to be pretty sour about that, but the Red Wings' speed has really paid off. A lot of times the Bruins are dumping the puck in. They've been so tired from trying to get out of their own zone from Red Wing pressure. They're going to a line change and they can't get anything so far after 40 minutes going on the offensive side of the puck. And when they have, the big guy, Gustafsson, has been there.
MGM Grand Detroit intermission coming your way. We'll send it to the studio.
Oh, yeah. Big, tall, lanky defenseman. Away you go.
He was playing over in England and racked up 100-plus points. He was the Bobby Orr over there. I don't know if everybody else was Phil Esposito, but I don't know how good the league was, but he was racking up the points from the back end then.
I'm sure if Mike's kids are home for Thanksgiving and they're watching tonight and they're laughing their butts off seeing that picture. Sometimes the past can be embarrassing for all of us. Anyway, congratulations, Dr. Babcock.
Red Wings, the edge in shots by 9, allowing just 10 through 40 minutes, and a 4-goal bulge here on Boston.
The doctor's in the house.
It's Thanksgiving Eve. And injured is Smith. Seems to be okay getting up now, making his way over to the Red Wing bench. Pete Van Zandt has made his way over the boards. He'll go back now.
But it's not that shoulder. Holy jumping. Going straight down. It looks like he's looking at his foot, his right foot, but I don't know. Oh boy. Oh boy, he went in there shoulder first too. Got shoved from behind. Oy, oy, oy. That does not look good. Holy jumping.
And again with the cap crunch and the roster issue, the Red Wings would have trouble calling up another defenseman.
That was a dangerous-looking fall into the boards.
Back here for Hamilton at the point. The shot knocked down in front of the goal. Fronting there by Kronwall. As Nyquist will head to the bench. Franzen will follow as the Red Wings get a change here in the opening minute of period 3. Off Krejci's stick. Tatar moved up. Tatar going to get it. Tatar finds an open Kindle. Shot wide. Anderson back in front. Drew Miller. Chara got in place to get that puck before it went to Anderson. Face-off coming back into Boston territory.
You know, the Bruins are used to controlling center ice, and they're having no part of that tonight. The Red Wings have speeded them right out of the neutral zone, and they've had nothing going. And it's frustrating if you're Chara and his teammates, but it's a long season, 82 games. You're not going to be at your best all the time, and the other team has a lot to do about that. So there's a lot to say about that. Tonight, the Red Wings have dominated in that area, and the Bruins have gotten a snippets, 10 shots on goal because of it.
And I don't know so much for controlling the faceoffs, because through 40 minutes, the Red Wings only have 33% of them. Hasn't mattered tonight. Cleary getting over. Behind for Samuelson. Chara for Soderberg. Stepping up, though, was Kindle. Knocked it down at the line. Plays one over here to Lashoff. Samuelson couldn't gain entry into Boston territory and fired in here by Kindle. As the Red Wings get a wholesale change.
Free number 2 back. Brendan Smith.
Miller. The shot, look for a redirect.
Look out. Really jumping. That's a
Smith
long guy
got knocked down by Lucic.
Long guy to be in front of that freight train.
To the other side, Smith stays in front. Ricochet back to the line from McQuaid. Bartkowski off a leg, and it came to Tatar, who's got his first goal in 11 tonight. Abdelkader got his first goal in 12. So that secondary scoring coming to the fore as Abdelkader gets it back for Kindle. Too far for Helm, but tipped. Rask. Around for Krug, checked by Helm. Back to Kindle, a shot. Piece of that by Rask, near side, picked up by Alfredsson, to the line to Lashoff. Gave it away. Paille trying to escape free. Good play by Kindle to get back. In came the Bruins, and a chance for Campbell off the feed in front by Caron.
You believe they don't get a shot on goal again? It was Brendan Smith in the first period. This will not be icing. And there it was Jakob Kindle making a good defensive play.
Lashoff for Kindle again. To Zetterberg, moving it quickly. Zetterberg with the goal and an assist tonight. Nyquist stole that puck from Caron behind to Zetterberg, checked by Krug. Zetterberg being slashed at by Krug, got it to Nyquist. To the far side, Franzen. Franzen with 2 assists tonight. Back to Nyquist. Got hit hard by Boychuk. Nyquist hangs onto it. Point shot went high from Eriksson. Zetterberg back to Nyquist. Off the toe of his stick. Krug and Franzen back.
For the power play, Bruins are having all kinds of trouble. Nyquist and Zetterberg and their speed.
Now Caron's got it. The Bruins' fourth line was hemmed in.
See, they're all tired again, Ken. That was my point. They're all tired. They finally get it to get center ice. They dump it in. They got to go for a change. They're out of gas.
And the crowd acknowledging the effort. The Zetterberg line. Off the change and fired back in. Hamilton to center. Smith hurries back. And hit his brother.
Riley right there.
He sensed it coming.
Yeah.
His brother gave him a heads up.
I gave mine a heads up in Minnesota one night. I could have taken his head off if I hadn't have.
Here comes Abdelkader busting in around Hamilton. In on goal! Malcolm Rask all the way across. Gustafson leaves it for Abdelkader from end to end. Here he goes again.
He's got the rocket fuel going, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Wow. He doesn't like the icing call. He can't go off. He wanted to change. But Abdelkader this last week, boy, he's something in the water. They sent him down from Muskegon because he has been just flying. And what a nice job there to go to the net. That's a Michigan State move if I ever saw one. Nice save by Tuukka Rask right there, protecting the puck. Way to go, Justin. Nice job. Nicely done.
Remember that great role he was on. He had 9 goals and 11 points the final 20 games last season. Playing with Pavel Datsyuk. Had that hat trick at Anaheim in late March. Got all that confidence going. And
well, they've mixed him up, this year because actually he got taken off the big line so he could go and help other people. It wasn't because he wasn't capable to play with the big boys. And then, of course, they've been broken up anyway because the Red Wings have been light on the scoring department, but not tonight.
third time this season the Bruins have allowed 4 goals. They have not allowed 5. Ahead for Tatar, who's got 1 of the 4. McQuaid back to check him. You could see just the way the Bruins move the puck, or don't at times, how they missed Dennis Seidenberg, who's so good back there for them. He's out with an injury, missing his 4th game tonight.
Well, a lot of their concern before tonight even that, their speed is different this year because of Sagan's gone and Peverley's gone. And again, it's 36. And Louis Eriksson isn't the speediest guy in the world either. So the speed could be long-term a problem for them the way it is right now.
Well, they gained 4 players from being a Stanley Cup finalist. They lost 6, and including Yager and Horton. Saved by Gustafson. Hold on to that.
Boy, that's the first shot for Boston in this period. 7 minutes and 11 seconds in. And it's 4-0 Detroit. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Have a good one tomorrow. A good way to start it so far tonight. 12:49 to go. It's 4-0 for the home team. They put on a display like none other this year.
Krug at the point. Off the back of the goal. Milan Lucic for Marchand. Off Gustafson and off the side of the post. And Jonas Gustafson will hold on. A reminder to vote in the Fox Sports Detroit Red Wings Player of the Game, presented by McDonald's new premium Southwest McWrap. To vote, text WINGS followed by a space and the player's uniform number to 37338, or vote online at foxsportsdetroit.com. Off the draw, won by Detroit for Quincy. Boychuk slapped at it, played ahead by Chris Kelly. Former teammate of Daniel Alfredson in Ottawa, as was Zdeno Chara. Knocked out of the air by Marchand. Brad Marchand with a shot, knocked aside. Marchand's got it again for Milan Lucic. There's just 3 goals and 6 points his past 14 games. And after scoring 6 his first 10.
Woo,
big hit by Cleary.
They're locked up. They can't get apart. They've locked horns like a couple of bucks.
Is their helmets are locked?
That time of the year.
The whistle goes.
They're locked up like a couple of bucks fighting in the bush. Cleary made a pretty good check on him. Watch this. The helmets aren't locked at that point. Oh, they're just... well, let's go to Timberland and show you that and several more big hits of the night. That was Franzen, who might have got a broken nose from a major league elbow. And Brendan Smith, who got raked over the face by Marchant. He's changed his name. Used to be Marchand. Now it's Marchant, is it? Is that the way to say it? Marchant. Okie dokie. Timberland hard hits of the game. There were several others. Been a pretty good hockey game. Favoring the Red
Right
Wings.
in front of the goal. Tatar! Saved by Rask. Oh, spinorama Tatar playing. Rask equal to the task. Tatar tried to get through there. Kendall gives him the puck back. Anderson wide open. Scores!
Oh, boy.
Miller!
Number 20. Attaboy.
5-0.
Tatar tried that move on his knees again.
First time Boston's allowed 5 this season.
They ain't gonna like it. Another giveaway. Tricky little play, got through. Here Anderson almost scored. Once again the puck's retrieved. Lucic runs it. Nyquist, or Tatar rather. There's the knee move. Bruins are all messed up, boy. Wow. Rask got most of it, but not enough. And number 20 gets his second of the year to make it 5-0. It's all Red Wings here tonight. Thanksgiving Eve.
Third time this season the Red Wings have put up 5. They had 5 at Edmonton in the 5-0 win and 5-2 over Philadelphia. So we talked about that secondary scoring, and again with Tatar, Abdelkader, and Miller all scoring, and you get one from Kronwall on the blue line. Anderson and Tatar assisting. But Tatar's got himself a 2-point night. Anderson's got a couple of helpers.
Wow. All right, Kenny, you talked about it earlier. You're having a cold one. It's Miller Lite. Think about that, gang. And here's our Miller Lite play of the game. It happened a few moments ago. And it's Miller. Who else? So Miller provides the highlight for Miller, and it's 5-0. Then number 20 doesn't get any better than that. Way to go.
So Miller gets his first in 14. Tatar is first in 11. Abdelkader is first in a dozen. And again, when you don't have Pavel Datsyuk against the Boston Bruins, pretty good.
I guess.
And the way the preseason went, although that night the Bruins didn't have any of their stars in the lineup.
Yeah, they're right.
Red Wings won in there 3-2.
Plus it don't count.
No, it didn't count.
There's no
That's right.
points. That's right. Exhibition game.
Detroit lost in there 4-1. Won in there 3-2.
Oh, this is
And a penalty coming here.
here's a weak call here. But it is 5-0. They call interference. Babcock, he can read his lips. He touched the puck. In other words, I can't touch him because he's touched the puck. How is this interference? Good Lord, that's an awful call. Jeez.
Frederic Lecuyer made the call.
Couldn't have seen like everybody else saw. Either in French or in English, that's a bad call. Holy jumping.
So the Red Wing penalty killing, 2 for 2 tonight, and 27 for 30 the past 7 games. It's been outstanding. 4th best in the National Hockey League.
Dr. Babcock is still saying he touched the puck. Well, the Bruins would like to get one just to get something feeling good about themselves.
Easy save there for Gustafsson to make. Get the $59 fan pack to watch the Wings take on Philadelphia December 4th or Tampa Bay December 15th. 2 tickets, 2 hot dogs, 2 soft drinks for just $59. For tickets, go to DetroitRedWings.com now. Loose puck for Abdelkader. Stayed with it, knocked it deep. Dougie Hamilton's got it. Long pass for Soderberg, didn't click. Soderberg got into the cup final when Patrice Bergeron was injured. Bergeron now got it down low to him. Soderberg, second try, holding the post and knocking it down was Gustafsson. Bergeron had to go off the stick of Helm, and the Red Wings clear it off Eriksson, lifted the stick by Helm. Just couldn't break free. Riley Smith with a shot that was blocked. Kronwall got in front of that. Hamilton back in for Boston with Eriksson. And Bergeron. Bergeron gets knocked down by Kronwall. Lucic, Bergeron, or Eriksson rather, Bergeron. Drew Miller. Louis Eriksson came over to try to take it away from him. Good play by Anderson. Kronwall with his head up. Took a shot anyway. It was late from McGinley. McGinley's been really good lately for Boston. Flying in came Krug back in front of the goal. Lucic went to the net. Rask out to play one for Krug to Lucic. To Chara. Off Krejci. Forced by Franzen. Bruins 0 for 3 on the power play. But still have control of the puck at even strength. Lucic gave it away, and Cleary will send it away. Zdeno Chara. Last 3 seasons in the league, nobody's had a better plus mark. Difference between being on for goals for and goals against and Zdeno Chara in the NHL. Chris Kelly offside, and will step out for a moment with the Red Wings in a 5-0 lead over Boston.
Chamberlain saving the game coming up. It happened just a few minutes ago. It was 4-0 at the time, and Tuukka Rask made our Chamberlain save of the game on Abdelkader. Nice pull, put her to sleep, and boy, he stayed with that one and made a dandy save. Brought to you by Chamberlain on Mr. Abdelkader. Tuukka Rask looking like the normal Tuukka Rask, and there's the Chamberlain garage door. No door on the Bruins net tonight, but there is a big door behind Mr. Gustafsson in the Red Wing net. It's 5-0 Detroit.
13 games on the NHL schedule. A busy night. Eve prior to Thanksgiving. Red Wings will leave tomorrow night. Ahead to the island. Marchand trying to break in. Kindle knocked it aside. Miller ahead for Tatar. Tatar one of 5 wings in a multi-point night. Kelly to Marchand.
Boston Bruins just want to get the heck out of here and get home before the bad weather in the East.
Tatar coming in, cuts to the middle. Anderson trying to get to the puck. Tatar did first. Threw it to the front of the goal. Miller looking for another one. And Rask will hold on. Anderson took a shot to the face. And Lecuyer, the referee's pulling a Bruin, I think.
He should. Game like this a few years ago when I was playing, and after that would be full-blown Donnybrooks all over the place when you're down 5-0. You don't like it, you're embarrassed, and Bruins are a proud bunch, but you can't do this stuff anymore. Cross-check to Miller and an elbow to the face by Lucic. He's a locomotive, and an accident waiting to happen. He doesn't even get a penalty.
He took McQuaid. He's going, I just came back in the lineup.
You got to be kidding me.
Did it.
Honestly, Lucic got his money's worth big
Sure
time.
Did.
There's 29 other teams in the league that love to have that guy on their team.
And this guy, Claude Julien, will be a coach with Mike Babcock in Sochi, Russia. He's replacing Jacques Lemaire on Mike Babcock's coaching staff for the Canadian Olympic team. They know each other well. We'll be working together. And tonight, and this season now, Mike Babcock in a 2-1 lead in this series. And look at this power play for Detroit.
You got it. Look who's out
Cleary with Samuelson and Weiss.
Guys that could need some confidence. And
Good on both ends, Mike Babcock.
That's right. Team's up 5-0.
Team's up 5-0, giving some of his guys time and not trying to rub
Right.
it in anymore.
Not run up the score.
Right.
That's right.
So he won't call a timeout, will he?
He will not.
Rolls through, knocked away by Rask.
No, but these are times, really, even if you're Boston and Detroit, you've heard me say it before, the game, it's decided. There's no question about that, short of a miracle. So it's time for guys that have been struggling. Two things here. You got to keep your head up because teams get nasty. And the other thing is when a guy's struggling either on the offensive side for Detroit or the defensive side for Boston, it's a time when people kind of let their guard down a bit because it's 5-0. And it's a time for you to break out of your malaise, whatever it may be.
So now he comes with Helm, Abdelkader, and Alfredsson. Quincy gets back over the boards. He was coming on for Kronwall, who was forced to take the puck. Now they'll complete the change. Shots are 27-15.
And the third and the fourth line are taking the power play. That's a signal for sure.
Sent by the Bruins down the ice. So Boston's 2-game winning streak will come to a close. 8-1-1 their past 10 games. And their road record is 6-3 coming into play tonight. Most importantly, Detroit's got another home win. Quincy. Alfredsson threw it across. Abdelkader back here to Quincy for Alfredsson. The penalty's now over. Alfredsson looked in front. Helm would look behind to try to spot Abdelkader.
You got it.
Now Helm back at the goal. Good work around Chara. To the line, Smith to Quincy. Careful not to have it blocked. Quincy came over to keep it in. Knocked down by McQuaid, who came out of the box. Abdelkader has the stick slashed out of his hand. Quincy again safely in behind the goal. Under 4 to play. Red Wings in a 5-0 lead. Detroit 1 for 4 in the power play. Boston 0 for 3. The Red Wings at home 1-3-6 since mid-October when they beat Philadelphia and Columbus. Middle of last month. 1-3-6 then. Those 6 important extra time points where they just couldn't buy 2. Now we're going to improve on that home record here tonight to go to 5-4-6 on the season. And most importantly, 31 points and within 3 points of East leading Boston. Krejci back at the net. Tried to go to Louis Eriksson, didn't work. Nyquist, right in, scores! Off Hamilton and in the goal. Rob Krug rather and in.
That kind of night.
So Gustav Nyquist makes it 6-0.
He's trying to make a pass. And the Bruins can only shake their heads and say, get me out of here. The Red Wing speed has been very, very evident tonight, and the Bruins have paid the price. 6-0. Holy mackerel.
Franzen with his 3rd assist tonight. On Nyquist's 3rd of the season at 17:07. To make it 6-0. The Bruins with just an 18th shot on goal. They score on the 19th. As the shutout's gone, as Iginla puts home the rebound to make it 6-1.
Big rebound. Is that kicked in? We're reviewing it.
He gets his first in 8 games.
As we talk, but it was in his feet. Iginla goes to the net. It went off a defenseman's stick, and that's why he couldn't corral the rebound. And we got a review, or what? No? He's looking up, wondering, I think this thing went off his skate, but they're not going to go there. Usually Toronto looks at them all and would signal.
28 seconds after Nyquist had made it 6-0. McGinley scores from Bartkowski to make it 6-1. Run the shutout attempt for Jonas Gustafsson, but in the end he'll be quite pleased with the effort tonight. 17:35, the time of the goal, McGinley's fifth. Lucic on the right wing for Kelly to Marchand. Brendan Smith will have bragging rights on brother Riley. And all-time, the National Hockey League will lead his brother with 3 wins to 2. With one more game against Boston still to come here near the end of the season. Playoffs could be a whole other matter.
That's good. It's a high stick, Boston.
And regardless what happens out of town tonight, Boston will still lead the Eastern Conference. They had a 3-point bulge over both Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay, but Detroit, although Boston will have a game in hand, will also pull within 3 of the Bruins. And as soon as the game ends, our coverage continues. Red Wings Live. We'll hear from the head coach to break down the game for you on Fox Sports Detroit following the game.
153-725.
So Nyquist, Tatar, Zetterberg, Kronwall, Franzen, and Anderson, all with 2-point nights.
The Zetterberg, Franzen, and Nyquist line has been very good, as you would hope they would be. He's a top line on your hockey club, and Nyquist continues to show that he should have been here. If it hadn't been for the system, he would have been here from the start of the year. But he's here to stay now and not going anywhere. He can play in the NHL, this kid.
And behind for Anderson, off the side of the goal. So the Red Wings after Thanksgiving will be in a happy mood heading to the island and then on to Ottawa. The Bruins will be home against the Rangers on Friday afternoon and then Columbus. At home for Boston. So an explosion tonight for Detroit as they put 6 on the board. First time 6 goals in the season. They'll win it by 5. Jonas Gustafsson improves to 6-0-1. He has not lost in regulation this season.
Well, the Bruins will limp out of here and probably put this one on in the garbage can and regroup. And the Red Wings salute the fans here. A lot of them left early because of the score. Get a head start on Thanksgiving. And Gustafsson remains undefeated in regulation. He didn't get tested severely, only 17 shots. But anytime you hold the Boston Bruins to 17 shots, and I think Red Wings speed, Ken, was the calling card for that tonight. The Bruins really struggled with all of that.
When you face Iginla and Bergeron and Marchand and Lucic and Krejci without Pavel Datsyuk,
right?
You hold Boston to 17. Good night for Detroit. Great for confidence and on home ice. The 3 stars.
Johan Franzen. Star number 2 from Detroit, number 55, Nicholas Kronwall. And star number 1, also from Detroit, number 40, Henrik Zetterberg.
And Henrik Zetterberg, maybe the win by 5, and he only played 16 and a half minutes.
That's managing. You're able to manage your bench.
Right.
Those other guys, third and fourth line, got power play time near the end of the game because it was out of hand. And yeah, that's when they just come off 4 and 6 nights. It's nice for the first time this year, really, to be able to manage your bench and give them extra time resting.
So we'll step out for a moment and return to the Joe as the Red Wings win big over Boston.